Hey traders, John Howell here. I want to, in today's video, I want to share with you a pretty powerful pattern that actually forms the market quite regularly. And I'm actually just going through the stocks like I do every week. I generally go through the top S&P 500, doing my homework, so to speak. And there's actually one particular sort of setup that I'm noticing again and again and again and again, and you might want to keep an eye out for it. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so what the pattern that I want to share with you, it's actually a continuation pattern, but it's a short-term reversal pattern. Okay, so let me. You know how we have an upward trend, right? So we have in the market, and you'll notice this happens quite a lot with stocks, and I see this so many times. I'm like, I'm noticing again and again and again and again and again. You know how we have an upward trend, right? So we have an upward trend, so it's a trend continuation move, but it's also a short-term reversal. Meaning, short-term reversal is if we're coming down through here, it actually gives us that reversal, and we generally have a very nice leg up from there. So let me share with you what this is. It's like what's called an island reversal in the markets, and overlay that with one simple moving average to give us some sort of what I call momentum in the markets. And it's actually pretty powerful. So again, guys, I'm just doing my analysis in the markets right now, and I come across this, and I wanted to share it with you. And so hopefully you guys can keep an eye on for this particular pattern as well. So as you can see, that what tends to happen is that you can see we have a low, we have a higher low, and the market ran up, pulled back, and then went through a higher low, right? Oh, how good's that? I just come back from a walk and now it's raining again. It's like, for you guys that are around the world, here in Australia, especially this side, you got the Sydney side and so on and so forth. This rain has been absolutely just crazy. And there was like a little bit of sun, so I quickly went for a half an hour walk, come back, started doing my analysis, and now it's raining again. I love that. Anyway, so let me actually continue. Let me focus on what I was teaching you guys, right? So if the market comes down, 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 and we gap down like this, right? We have a bit of a gap here. And then what happens the very next day is we gap up, and then we have a bit of an up there like there. This here, this little... you could get something like that, right? This little down, 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 down pullback, and then a reversal. This is when you get a gap down and then a gap back up, especially if we are doing this, is very, 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 very powerful in the markets. So we can have a pullback, 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 and then we have a gap up. Now, when you get that, we have a nice upward trend, a bit of a slight term pullback, and then we get a bit of a jump back to the upside. What that can also signal, what can strengthen that this here being a, you might get something like that and then a continuation. What can strengthen that in the markets is two different things. One, moving average, right? So if we go to say a simple, what we call 52 moving average. This is a 52 moving average. It's nothing special. You could use a 60 if you want to, but I like to use the moving average as in momentum, right? So you can see here, generally it was pretty flat through here, but notice how the moving average is starting to trend up. So that's like strong momentum. And you can see what actually, this is the reversal I'm talking about here, right? We had a bit of a pullback, a bit of a gap down, and then a push back up. So even though the S&P 500 is pulling back, we're still getting a lot of really good bullish setups here, right? So we have a move up, bit of a pullback, right? Bit of a pullback, and then we had this little gap down, gap up, and now we're actually going for a run. But on top of that, look what's happening here with the moving average. The moving average is doing what? We're actually having a very nice, strong trending to the upside. And then if you want to overlay something else as well to actually get some really good sort of powerful setups as well too, you can just go back to what I said before initially and have that. We have a low, higher low, have a bit of a pullback, and we get that down, 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 gap down, and then a gap up. If we can get that, but that being in an overall upward trend, just that alone would be pretty powerful. But if you start to overlay other stuff as well too, such as moving averages and maybe even trend lines, right? So we could even have something like this here. Look at this trend line. Bam, bada bing, bada boom. And then continuation. Dip-a-ding, tick-a-tipping, a tick-a-tick-tick-a-ting. Right? And then just a tick-a-ting-a-tick-a-ting-a-ting all the way. And so it's pretty amazing, pretty powerful stuff. Again, guys, I run my scans every day. I have a scanning software down here. You can see it's, I use the TC2000. I run scans every day for my software, for my trades. But I also like to manually go through them all to make sure that I can use some really good, awesome entry points when it comes to that as well too. So I just wanted to share this with you today, guys. Very, 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 very powerful pattern. Keep an eye out for it, and I'll speak to you guys real soon. Traders, I want to invite you to my webinar that I'm running today. And on this webinar, I'm going to share with you all the details to my #1 trading system for the last 17 years and how I only trade 1 hour per day. Plus, also going to be learning the 3 secrets that I had to master over the last 17 years to generate a really good income. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description, click on that. Go over there right now, register. If you are struggling with the trading right now, I promise you this is going to completely game change, because you're going to understand why you are going backwards and why you're losing money. And then I'm going to teach you exactly what the system I use that gets me a really high % win-loss ratio. So this is what I want you to do right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go over there, register for my webinar right now today, because you're going to absolutely love it. Or there should be a link in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. So go to that right now, and I look forward to seeing you on my next webinar. Go to that right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go to that right now.